Well, how long have you been exercising?
About 2 years, but probably seriously a year.
Seriously, a year.
Mhm.
Why did you start?
Um, I don't know. I felt very limited in what I could do. Like if I wanted to go out and play, I don't know, soccer or something, I can't do that. Like I would be out of breath in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to kind of open myself up more to being able to do more.
What kind of lifestyle was it that got you to where you were, like in that kind of shape, to where you couldn't go out and be active doing those things that you wanted to do?
College.
College.
Yeah. Just being in college and I don't know, not really thinking about nutrition and keeping crappy hours and not really sleeping well, and grad school didn't help.
Like pretty much like every other person in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there, what kind of kept you going in the beginning? What was your motivation? Was there anything besides just getting overall healthier that kept you going? Was there someone like you looked up to or anything like that that kind of you went to for motivation? Other than Instagram, that doesn't count.
I was gonna say anyone on Instagram. um, Not anyone in particular kept me motivated. It's just more where you kind of you see that you're losing a little bit of weight and that motivates you.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like your gains. Like it
Yeah.
keeps you going.
Yeah. What about before you were, so when you were still in high school or even before then when you were in junior high, were you very active then? Did you play sports? Did you do that kind of thing? Were you outside a lot or were you inside playing video games? Like what were you like in your younger years?
um, I wasn't outside a lot. I don't like outside. Um, I played sports. So in middle school, I played basketball. High school, I played basketball and I swam.
Mm-hmm.
But
So pretty
then,
active
yeah,
overall.
pretty moderately active. But then I turned 16 and got a job and then just stopped doing all that physical activity.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how much weight have you lost so far? And well, let's start with that. How much weight have you lost so far?
Probably about 35 pounds.
Pretty good, 35 pounds. What do you have another goal in mind, and have you had specific goals in mind since you started, or was it just kind of let's do this and see what happens kind of thing?
Kind of just see what happens. I didn't think that I would lose as much as I did in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I think I didn't realize how big I was
Right.
until I kind of started losing weight. Because I was in like a size 12, 14 pants, and now I'm in size 4. So that's kind of crazy to me still.
Yeah.
Um,
What was the smallest you've been that you remember? Say you're 4 now.
Am I adult?
Yeah.
Like a 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is the smallest you've been
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What would you attribute to the most success you've had as far as strictly weight loss goes?
Nutrition.
Okay. And what kind of nutrition
Um,
would you say?
well, I didn't really start losing weight until I stopped eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
So, cut meat, cut eggs, dairy.
So it's all animal products in
Yeah,
general,
all
cutting out
animal
of your diet
products.
made the biggest difference.
Yeah, and not eating out.
Mm-hmm.
Just stuff like that.
Now, did your exercise frequency and intensity vary about the same time when you changed or when you cut out animal products, or was it definitively that made the difference? I mean, can you say for a fact that cutting out animal products is what helped you lose weight?
Yes,
Everything else
yeah.
pretty much stayed the same as far as exercise goes.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
definitely that. I don't think I really got more intensive in my workouts until a little bit later.
Okay. Okay. Has anyone else in your family kind of looked at what you've done and said, hey, well, maybe I should kind of start this and be a little bit more health conscious?
Yeah, I think I've made everyone, especially about nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
and being from the South, and everyone has pork all the time, and you don't really think about what you're eating. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're just gonna eat out. So now I think everyone kind of thinks like, well, maybe we need to change this up a bit, or maybe we need to eat a little bit better.
Okay. Was everybody fairly supportive? Like when you first started exercising and trying to eat different, was everybody kind of supportive, or did they think it was just more or less a fad you were going through, or what was your family and friends'
Yeah.
opinions of what you were doing?
I didn't really tell anyone because I know how people are. I think everyone's supportive of working out, but then when you say you're eating different, everyone's like
Yeah.
a dietitian. They're like, no, you need this and you need that, and so I don't think they're really supportive of that. Now everyone is because they're seeing the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, well, maybe I need to start doing what you're doing.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest piece of advice you could offer for someone who's trying to get started, who is in a position where you were 2 years ago?
I think probably two things. Just don't be intimidated because it's really intimidating to start working out, especially seeing everyone in the gym. It seems like they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of just limits you because you just don't want to do anything and look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be intimidated. And just surround yourself with fitness-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes it a little bit easier. So if you have someone that you know goes to the gym 5 days a week, and kind of just buddying up with them and having a workout partner.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you can still maintain an active and healthy lifestyle and have 100% of your friends not? So basically the opposite of what you're trying to do. Do you think that would just completely throw off your entire thing you have going here as far as eating right and exercising?
I think not for me, just because it's been a habit.
Mm-hmm.
But
But getting started.
But yeah, getting started, yeah, because it'll throw you off real quick. Because then
Mm-hmm.
everyone's like, "Oh no, it's not that bad." And you don't want to not be a part of the group or be doing something or looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think starting out, definitely kind of have to like distance a little.
Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to add that we didn't cover? I mean, does anything stand out over the past 2 years of what you've done that you're just extremely proud of, or go into some more about goals, upcoming goals that you have, what you want to do next, or is there something? I know your goals have probably shifted more towards performance now, rather than weight loss or something like that.
Yeah.
So expand on that a little bit as far as what you hope to accomplish in the future.
Mm-hmm. I think what I've accomplished so far, it's still a little crazy to me. Like, we just had a workout the other day, and it started out with 100 burpees.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds crazy, but then once you get through it, you're like, wow, I can do this now. And that's a little addictive.
Yeah.
So now it's like, well, I just want to be better and better. So it's not even...
If
part
you
of
be
it...
addicted to something, might as well be exercise.
I mean, part of it is weight loss, like, especially you want to look a certain way. But I think now it's kind of just... I don't know, you just want to be better at, like, I want to lift more weight and just move up and not just be, satisfied at where I am.
Yeah. Okay.
More competitive with it, I guess.
Yeah. Was there ever a time, going back to the weight loss, was there ever a time when you just were not seeing results at all, like an extended period of time? I know when I first started working out, however many years ago that was, I didn't see any changes at all for like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, absolutely nothing. I mean, whether it be performance or weight loss or the way I looked, I just saw absolutely nothing in the first 4 months. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, kept going. But was there a time that you can remember that was like that?
Yeah.
That became very frustrating?
Yeah, I think when I first started, like maybe in the first year, like I lost a little bit. But there was a stretch of time where it felt like I was dedicated, but nothing was really happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little heartbreaking.
So why'd you keep going?
I was just determined. Like, you see other people and, like you said, Instagram. You go on Instagram and you're like, the before and afters, and you're like, well, why can't I do this? So, I mean, just putting more effort into it. I think when you first start, it's kind of like, well, if I just make this 1 or 2 changes, then it's going to be drastically different, and that's just going to be it. Like, kind of like a fad or like a diet. Like, oh, if I just diet this long, then I can lose weight. Mm-hmm. But then it shifts more to like your entire lifestyle. So it's not just working out, but it's working out, eating, sleeping, drinking water. Like all this just makes a big difference that way.
Yeah, definitely has to be a complete lifestyle instead of, like you said, just going on a diet or just exercising or, has to be all of those things combined to get the results. To be a size 4, you have to have all those things in place.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty good message to take away from anybody, no matter what your goals are. You have to have all of those things come together at the right time to see the results you want. So good. Well, I think that's all. Kind of starting to get a little bit comfortable now.
Yeah, like I can do this all day.
All right, well, that's all.
All right.